Good morning, everyone. Louis here, and welcome to Acorn Hill. I'm coming to you straight from our section of our living room where we have devoted to our indoor plants, most of them ferns, that I've put in terrariums, and we informally call this area our infernery. We are happy to have you here. It has been a week since we launched our YouTube channel. I was going to say website, but our YouTube channel, Acorn Hill. And for a week, we've had a lot of good reviews. We had a lot of good encouragement from people. A lot of people have told me, look, Louis, it's been a long time coming. We are all glad that you're finally doing this. There's a lot of things to share, a lot of content, good content to learn from, to be excited by, and to be encouraged by. So thank you for encouraging and for validating what we do. We are still on the early stages. It is a young channel. If only one subscriber, and I want to give a special shout out to all of you, especially to our families, relatives, and close friends. You guys are troopers, and we appreciate that initial support. But if one subscriber could bring over or invite another subscriber, well, imagine the growth that our channel, this is not just Kat's and my channel, this is our channel. Imagine the growth that we will have with all the different material and content that we will be sharing. Any case, today's video is a combination of a couple of projects, a store trip, and an introduction to a garden element, a garden ingredient that I wanted everyone to know about. And it's called gypsum. In the next segments, you will see what we did buying the gypsum, what we learned about it, why we need it in our very heavy clay soil property. And it needs a lot of amending, and it needs a lot of improvement. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit that bell icon more importantly, because that will give you an idea of what's new that we just dropped, which we are trying to do fairly regularly as we move along. Again, I appreciate everybody who's texted us, messaged us, went on Messenger, emailed us, and put some comments down on the comment section of each video. We are building the channel, we are building the content. I am sure you will be interested, and I'm confident you will be happy and you will learn something new. Again, this is Louis coming from Acorn Hill. Welcome to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Hello, Louis and Kat here.
Hi.
We're off to our local Lowe's to get gypsum. But first, let me tell you, it is June 15, and it's 57 degrees outside in central North Carolina. That is crazy. But anyway, we are going to get our gypsum because we're going to go through our first phase 1 of our lawn renovation project. And part of that is getting the proper amendment for the clay soil that we have in our lawn. So we'll take you for a ride. Okay, so we're having an escapade today. We thought we would be on our way to Lowe's, but guess what? Our battery went dead. So we're waiting for the AAA guy to come on over and jumpstart our vehicle. So it's a nice day. It's cold. It should be summer, but it's 57 degrees outside. It's kind of weird. So we'll give you an update as we move along here. So this is what we came to Lowe's for. These are pellets of gypsum. The company name is Soft Cal. Haven't used them, but you know why I had to rush through Lowe's for this? It's because it's only $11.28, and you don't get a whole lot of that for that cheap in any of the suppliers. So I'm gonna go grab me a couple, maybe 3. I'll let you know how these go, how we're gonna be using them step by step when I start renovating my lawn. Alright, so let me grab 3 of these and I'll head on to the cashier. As I mentioned earlier, our property has clay soil. It's really a mixture between heavy clay, medium clay, and light clay, if you can imagine that. So, to help you get a better picture, imagine a big tray of Play-Doh. You plant something in it, you water it, the water doesn't penetrate that Play-Doh. The water runs off, and in areas where there are dips, they stay there and become waterlogged. We have an area in our property that always gets a lot of water, and because of that, plants, no matter what we plant in it, become waterlogged. They drown, the leaves turn yellow, they droop. One knows that this area is really not good for plants in general. As you can see, there is a big puddle of water that stays every time the rain comes in this area of our property. What I've done here was planted 4 cherry trees that did not survive. According to what I read, prior to planting and even buying these cherry trees, they will survive any type of soil condition. Well, that was a gamble, and I figured why not? So I bought 4 cherry trees and planted each and every one of them during the winter time. But alas, in the battle between planting cherry trees and their survival versus waterlogged clay soil, the clay soil won. They got drowned, and now I needed to uproot them. Upon extraction, as I was pulling up the root ball of the cherry tree, this spot was filled with water. It had that distinct swamp smell. The water was dark, and it really caused a lot of root rot because of all the bad bacteria that's been collected down inside that hole. It's not a healthy environment for any plant material to grow in. So out the tree went. What I'm showing here is that same part of our backyard that gets severely waterlogged. What I'm doing is I am driving a spade into the ground, much similar in principle if it's being aerated by a big giant aerator. Driving the spade into the soil creates a slit, about a 6-inch slit, where in principle, when I hand scatter the pellets of gypsum, those same pellets will go into the slits, into the gaps. That will help the pellets go deeper into that part of the soil, which as it dissolves will aid in allowing the clay to break up, allowing better nutrients to be absorbed, and improve soil structure, so to speak. So now, again, going back to the illustration of the Play-Doh, picture Play-Doh being mixed in with either sand or sugar or any granule type texture material. It will loosen up that Play-Doh. Here's what gypsum pellets look like. They're granular, they're gray, they are dustless, they're non-toxic, very safe and inexpensive, that when added to compacted earth, again the particular soils with high clay, it can loosen the ground and can offer plants a much better chance at survival. Now, once distributed, a heavy watering breaks the gypsum down and leaches it into the clay soil. This is the first phase of my lawn renovation project, as well as renovating the area that is waterlogged. In the coming weeks, I will be applying gypsum heavily in our backyard in the front part of the property. And as you can see, there's a lot more lawn that I need to apply gypsum heavily in. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm featuring on my content, thanks for joining me. Click that subscribe button, the like button, and that bell icon. That way you can be notified of new videos as I drop them on YouTube. This is Louie, spreading more joy and gypsum here in Acorn Hill.